car, so I thought I'd say hello to everybody. How's everybody doing? Hit me up in the comments down below to let me know how you are all getting on. I am on my way to my doctor's. This time it's in town, so not too far to go. I'm going to the GP for my blood tests that I have every month. I've also got to ask them to do the blood test for the city hospital for my infusion because they couldn't pull blood this week. So they asked if I could get the GP to do it, so they've got them there for next time. So that's good fun. Lots of blood to be taken. I usually end up with 2 sets of blood tests each month, one for the infusion and one for the methotrexate blood monitoring, checking that my liver and kidneys and that are safe, because methotrexate is a cytotoxic drug and it can be really nasty and cause a lot of damage. As you know, it put me in hospital once already. So I'm going down there to get my blood tests. Last night I had a breathing crisis. I think it started off in the morning. I'd moved a little bit fast for me. And it was in the cold air, it was raining, which is why I tried to move fast. And I got breathless and it stayed with me all day. My oxygen levels were like 92. So I went on the nebulizer. I bloody hate that machine. It's like a prison. Like, you have to sit there and use it. You can't move from it. You can't do anything else with it. So I try not to use it. Like, I try not to use it unless absolutely necessary anyway, because I think it becomes less useful the more you use it if you're not careful. So I only use it when absolutely necessary. And it helped. It made me feel a bit better. But I'm a little concerned, like, what's going to show up on my blood tests? Does it mean I'm getting another infection coming on? Because, like, they're all sort of signs of that, you know. So we will see how we go with the blood tests. I usually get them back the same day if I have them in the morning. And I usually know what's wrong with me based on the blood test results. I can usually tell what my blood test results are going to be by how I feel. So I am expecting 1 or 2 to be slightly out of whack at the moment because I'm not feeling great. But it could be just side effects from the infusion. It has that tendency to, like, I've got major headache. Had a major headache for like the last 3 or 4 days, and that's all seems to be part of the side effects of the infusion. So that is my story for the day. I'm just pulling around the corner from the doctor's. We're at red lights at the moment. And so yeah, that's my day. I'll probably be knackered afterwards and have to have a rest, because that's what happens when I have to do stuff. Okay, and that's me done. Blood's gone. About 8 bottles of blood. Today I had like the whole gamut of bloods, because I have to have tests for my thyroid, tests for MGUS, which is monoclonal gammopathy of undetermined significance, which means basically I've got like cells that would suggest that I've got multiple myeloma or lymphoma, but I haven't actually got multiple myeloma or lymphoma. I've just got cells saying that I've got it. And it could develop into it, but it's not certain that it will develop into it. It's a stupid condition. Like, I don't even understand it fully myself, but that's one of the conditions that I get tested for. I get my thyroid tested every, I think, 6 monthly. The MGUS is every 3 months because it keeps going up a little bit, and the thyroid is every 6 months. Then I have my methotrexate, which is a full blood count, and CRP and that. I have that monthly, and then I have CRP and a full blood count monthly for the infusions. I want to get my daughter blood tested. Like the new needles, by the way, I've got to say this for any of you that have needle phobia, the new needles that they use to get blood nowadays is so small and much better for drawing blood. So do consider it if you need blood tests and are scared of needles. Consider giving it a go now. Things have changed a great deal medically. I need to get my daughter tested for she's got really bad phobia of needles, and I need to get her tested for the genes of rheumatoid arthritis. My lovely little key ring that I got. And I'm a tonicaholic. Tonic Studios key ring. But yeah, I need to get her tested for the blood tests, the genetic malformation for rheumatoid arthritis, because she has got quite obvious sort of symptoms developing, which I had at her age as well, and they diagnosed me at 19 with osteoarthritis, which I think is bloody ridiculous. Like, how can you have old age arthritis at 19 years old, you know? And I think I was always rheumatoid, and they just didn't test properly and didn't find out that I was rheumatoid, and I could have been saved being as ill as I am now if I'd have got treated earlier. So that's something I really need to do. I'm also trying to get my daughter some mental health help now that she's 18. It was really hard when she was younger. She got some CBT a couple of years ago, like last year. That was really helpful, but they only give 6 sessions for young people to have CBT, and that wasn't enough. She needs like a good year of CBT therapy to really like get it into her mind how to cope with certain situations and that. And I can't believe how hard it is for me to get her help. Like, do they leave it until, like, for me, they didn't start treating me for depression and that until like my whole life had gone down the hill. I was suffering major postnatal depression and antenatal because I was pregnant straight after, and like, I didn't get help until it was too late, you know. But trying to get my daughter help, I'm like, why is it so hard? Yeah, and the misophonia is crippling. It really is crippling, and I worry that if I don't get her help now, she won't be able to have a normal adult life. She worries that she won't be able to have a normal adult life. And it's just frustrating. I wish that I could, like, kick doctors up the arse sometimes, because they didn't pay attention to me when I asked for help when I was young. And I think my life would be very different now if I'd have got it. So, anyway, that's me for today, guys. I just thought I'd give you a little chat as we drove. I'm just pulled up at home now. So, love you loads. Much love, breathies, folks. And I will see you again soon. Bye.